Have you noticed something strange about pain? It fades away. But suffering, it lingers on. Gautam Buddha explained this with a story. It's about two arrows, and once you hear it, life looks different. Once a man was walking through a forest. Suddenly, an arrow struck him. The pain was sharp. He cried out in agony, but there was no one around to help. Before he could recover, a second arrow hit him, and now his suffering doubled. Why me? He asked himself. Who did this to me? There is no help. Looks like I will die of pain. The very thought of death was terrible. He sat down and started crying even more loudly. Fear, anger, confusion, all multiplied. Frustrated and in pain, he went to the Buddha. He wanted some words of condolence. He wanted guidance. He poured out his suffering. The Buddha listened carefully to the young man's story. He smiled gently and said, "The first arrow is life's pain. It is unavoidable. The second arrow is what you fire at yourself. Worry, blame, and endless thinking. This second arrow makes the pain far more worse than the first. If you let it go, you free your mind. If you cling to it, suffering grows." The young man understood what Buddha wanted to explain. He now knew the truth behind his pain. The first arrow was real. The second arrow only existed in his mind. The young man bowed to Buddha and left peacefully. This is an ancient story and Buddha's words of wisdom. They are relevant even today as they were in those times. A common man's life is no different. Today, the first arrow could be a loss of someone very dear to us, a harsh word by someone, a setback at work, or loss in business. We cannot do much about that. What happens, happens. The second arrow, we fire it at ourselves by thinking like, "I'm not good enough. This always happens to me. What if things never change?" When we practice meditation, we come to know the difference. We cannot avoid the first arrow, but the second arrow we can choose not to fire. When a negative thought arises, pause for a moment. Let that thought go by itself. Don't let your mind cling to that negative thought. If it doesn't go, it will change. And in that moment, we will look at life differently. Everything that comes goes away. So next time life hurts, ask yourself, am I struck by the first arrow or the second one that I fired at myself? Let go of the second arrow. That way we learn how to walk lighter and live more freely. This is Buddha's timeless teaching, simple, gentle, and more needed today than ever before. Thanks for watching. For more ancient stories with wisdom for modern life, subscribe and join this journey.